Welcome to Module 4 of the Certificate in Designated Safeguarding Lead. In this session, you will learn how to respond effectively to safeguarding concerns and apply your local threshold document to support timely and appropriate decision-making for children's welfare. Concerns can arise from direct disclosures by children or observations by staff. Parents or family members might report issues, as can peers or external agencies. Anonymous reports are also possible and must be taken seriously. Each route requires careful consideration and response. Understanding these routes is vital for effective safeguarding. Listen attentively and take the child's words seriously. Reassure them for speaking up and use their exact words. Record the disclosure promptly and accurately. Inform them about the next steps in an age-appropriate manner. Ensure their immediate safety and pass the information to the DSL. Avoid promising confidentiality as it might hinder the process. Do not ask leading questions or make assumptions. Refrain from showing shock or judgment, which could silence the child. Avoid delaying the report or conducting your own investigation. Share information only with those who need to know. Document the child's exact words, noting the time, date, and location. Include any visible signs without making clinical judgments. Record factual observations separately from interpretations. Sign and date the record. Then file it within 24 hours. Ensure the record is clear enough to withstand scrutiny in court. Listen to staff without interruption and ask clarifying questions. Confirm what actions have been taken and record the concern the same day. Decide on the necessary action, whether it's information request or referral. Inform the staff member about the steps you are taking. Transparency is key in handling staff concerns. Treat adult source concerns with the same seriousness as any other. Verify if the source has direct knowledge and consider the context. Record the concern with details of the source and what was reported. Decide whether to act, gather more information, or share with an agency. Rigorous assessment is essential. Allegations against staff require a different process. Refer such cases to the local authority designated officer within 24 hours. If unsure, seek advice from the LADO immediately. Do not delay while deciding if the threshold is met. Prompt action is crucial in these situations. Low-level concerns about staff behavior must not be overlooked. They might precede more serious issues. Implement a policy to record and review these concerns. A single concern may be a one-off, but patterns require action. Monitoring and addressing these can prevent future problems. The local threshold document is a critical tool for DSLs. It outlines levels of need specific to your area. Familiarize yourself with it and apply it to every concern. The document is local, not national. So ensure you have the right version. It guides your response decisions. Understand the 4 common levels: universal, early help, child in need, and child protection. Universal needs are met by standard services. Early help involves additional support. Child in need requires statutory intervention. Child protection indicates significant harm risk and demands immediate action. Child protection is the highest level of need. It involves suspicion of significant harm. This triggers an inquiry under Section 47 of the Children's Act. Immediate referral to children's social care is required. In emergencies, prioritize calling emergency services. Recognize indicators for each level of need. No additional needs show normal progression. Early help indicators include attendance issues and parental strain. Child in need involves significant unmet needs. Child protection indicators include abuse disclosures and high-risk situations. Follow a structured process from concern to action. Gather information and compare it to the local threshold. Consult with colleagues or safeguarding leads if uncertain. Decide on the appropriate response and record your decision. Set a review date to ensure continued oversight. Uncertainty is normal, but inaction is not. Use the MASH consultation line for guidance. Discuss cases anonymously if needed. Don't let managerial escalation be the end of the process. Document your reasoning and review within 7 days. Know when immediate referral is necessary. Disclosure of abuse or significant harm requires swift action. Risk of imminent harm or suspected exploitation must be addressed. Allegations against staff meeting the LATO threshold need urgent attention. Gather more information only when it's safe to do so. Record the concern, threshold applied, and response chosen. Capture the rationale and evidence considered. Note any consultations and advice received. Set a next action date for follow-up. No further action must be justified with clear reasoning. Consider a case study of cumulative weak signals. A child's attendance drops and unexplained bruises appear. Initial assessment leads to early help with parental consent. Later disclosure of domestic abuse escalates the case to child protection. Early engagement facilitated a trusted disclosure environment. Reflect on the 4 common levels of need. Recall the section of the Children Act underpinning child protection. Identify the threshold for a LATO referral. Understand the importance of low-level concerns. Remember the key elements to record in safeguarding decisions. Recap what you've learned about responding to concerns. Explore further reading materials for deeper understanding. Visit recommended websites for additional guidance. Review articles and case studies to apply knowledge practically. Prepare for Module 5 on making referrals. Remember to listen first and use the child's words. Apply the local threshold document for accurate assessment. Recognize the significance of low-level concerns. Consult MASH or LATO when in doubt. Document decisions thoroughly. Explaining any no further action outcomes. This module has equipped you with essential skills for responding to safeguarding concerns. By applying local thresholds and documenting decisions, you ensure the best outcomes for children. Continue to consult and engage with resources to strengthen your practice. For support or further information, please email support@ukversity.co.uk. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.